There is new information coming to light with the European Central Bank doing more testing with a company that's built on the XRP ledger. I have all the information and more about this. We also have the BIS dropping another report talking about tokenization represents a transformation in innovation to improve the old to enable the new. I put all of this into Perplexity. I've got all of the context. This is a 38-page document. I'm going to bring it all down very easily for you to understand. We also have some updates on what's happening here in Congress with a digital asset subcommittee. Let's go ahead and understand what is happening here. Ratha Kahneman says, love to see it. ECB experiment with Axiology DLT trading and settlement system, a private permission infrastructure built using the open source code of the XRP ledger. While Axiology benefits from the XRPL technology, it operates as an independent system designed to streamline trading. Here is that information and news. It was really first posted here by Bull Diep. Want to give him a shout out. And then he did link the document here. If we pull this up just to show you where this came from, it's always good to verify all this information. Here it is, the Europe's exploratory work on technologies for wholesale central bank money settlement. And wow, look at this document. This document is huge. It is, oh my God, this thing is crazy big, 78 pages, but it's great to see some connections with the European Central Bank and XRP. Now, we start to wonder, the European Central Bank is trying to move forward with a central bank digital currency. They obviously have been doing testing on or with Ripple and XRP or through technology partners. What are they going to use? What are they going to choose? Man, this is getting exciting. I also asked, can you tell me more about the ECB experiment with Axiology? And it said, background, Axiology is a capital markets infrastructure provider based in Lithuania that has developed a distributed ledger technology trading settlement system, DLT TSS. The system is designed to streamline the issuance, trading, and settlement of tokenized assets, such as bonds, using a private permission blockchain built on the open source code of the XRP ledger. All right, it does talk about the key features. We're talking about private permission infrastructure. Only authorized financial market participants can operate nodes, ensuring security and regulatory compliance. Built on XRP technology, the core architecture uses the open source XRPL, benefiting from its scalability, energy efficiency, and transaction finality, but operates independently from Ripple and the public XRP ledger. Real-time settlement and custody. The platform enables instant settlement through electronic money transfers, EMT, and secure asset custody, reducing settlement risk and simplifying traditional market processes. Compliance and auditability. The system integrates robust know your customer KYC checks, investor protection measures, and on-chain consensus driven by processes, providing a tamper-proof audit trail for regulatory oversight. It does talk about interoperability. Axiology's DLT TSS is designed to integrate seamlessly with existing financial market infrastructures such as the Eurosystem's target payment system. So even more connections into Europe, into the target payment system. Man, I could go through, I can spend all day showing you all the connections here. This is a really cool one that I didn't even know about, and we are learning about this together. This is so fun and so cool. ECB experiment in the Eurosystem testing, official recognition. The ECB bank officially acknowledged XRP ledger as a technological backbone of Axiology's DLT. So ECB, they know what they're doing here. They know the technology that they're testing behind the scenes. This is really a unique and cool experiment that they are doing. And I mean, this is all live and working. Scope of the experiment, participated in the Eurosystem DLT testing, focused on primary issuance of bonds and financial institutions, corporates, and sovereigns. The platform was tested for managing the full life cycle of bonds, including issuance, delivery versus payment, settlement, coupon payments, and maturity redemption. Talks about testing environment. The experiments were conducted in a simulated environment within the Bank of Lithuania, provided a test accounts for T2, the test environment for the Eurosystem and target. Result, the ECB praised Axiology's ability to reduce operational overhead and human error while maintaining interoperability with existing financial systems. The use of DLT native escrow and XRP-based payments ensures atomic settlement and minimizes settlement risk. Talks about proof of concept, regulatory legitimacy, and future potential. But wow, this is really cool information to have. I hope you enjoyed that little clip. If you guys are liking liking the information, please hit like. I would really appreciate it. It does help me get in front of more incredible people like you. And we are trying to get to that 100,000 mark. All right, here's the BIS for international settlements. They did put out this 38-page document. There is a video here. This is like a movie. He's like walking. I'll play the video and then we'll get into the benefits here. I forgot how loud it was. Sorry.
Tokenization refers to the digital representation of claims on a programmable platform. Think of it as a digital representation that also incorporates the rules and logic governing transfers. It enables the integration of messaging, reconciliation, and asset transfers into a single seamless operation. And its potential lies in its ability to knit together operations encompassing money and other assets that reside on the same platform, a unified ledger so-called. And these functionalities can come without sacrificing the safeguards on the integrity and governance of the monetary system. A well-functioning monetary and financial system is not simply a matter of the technology. It's also important to have the economics right, too. Our monetary system provides three key features: the singleness of money, elasticity, which allows users to discharge obligations in a timely way without waiting for incoming payments, and safeguarding the integrity of the system against financial crime. And tokenization can be used while incorporating all these features. Well, actually, for stablecoins, it's precisely these three properties that it does less well on singleness, on elasticity, and on integrity. Realizing the full potential of tokenization will require central banks, other public authorities, and the private sector to work together closely. Central banks need to show bold leadership to overcome key impediments in such a system, notably the lack of common standards and an easily available settlement asset, as well as legal uncertainty. And central banks can act as catalysts for innovation, fostering collaboration between public and private sectors, and ensuring that new technologies are harnessed to serve the public good.
All right. Let's take a look at what's in this report. Obviously, reading 38 pages to you, I would put you to sleep. So we had Perplexity tell us what the context is all this and what are the most important parts. Here we go. Core concept and key takeaways here: the evolution and importance of the monetary system, continuous innovation. The monetary system has evolved with technology from physical ledgers to digital records, enabling economic growth and new financial instruments. Current challenges: despite progress, the existing system faces inefficiencies, especially in cross-border payments and securities settlement. Tokenization and the unified ledger. Tokenization defined. Tokenization is the process of representing claims for real and financial assets such as programmable platform, enabling seamless integration of messaging, reconciliation, and asset transfer. Unified ledger concept: a new financial market infrastructure potentially using distributed ledger technology can bring together tokenized central bank reserves, commercial bank money, and financial assets, unlocking new efficiencies and capabilities. The key benefits here: tokenization can reduce operational risks, delays, and costs in cross-border payments and securities markets, and enable new types of financial contracts and automation. The three pillars of a sound monetary system are the singleness of money. Money must be widely accepted at par, full value, with no need for due diligence on its worth, underpinned by central bank reserves as the ultimate settlement asset. Elasticity: the system must flexibly provide liquidity to meet large value payment needs, preventing gridlock. And integrity: the system must be robust against financial crime, fraud, or illicit activities. The role of stablecoins and crypto assets: stablecoins designed as a stable value crypto asset. They offer some benefits, cross-border payments, accessibility, and such, but fall short of singleness, elasticity, and integrity. It talks about singleness, elasticity, and integrity. We did talk about that already, so I don't really want to repeat myself. The future of tokenized monetary system: central bank leadership, public-private collaboration, which is, of course, our friends at Ripple. I'd imagine HBAR, Quant. These are the types of projects that have really been engaged with the BIS to build out this future. Talks about joint experimentation is essential to develop and scale new financial infrastructures. Talks about tokenized trilogy. The foundation of the next generation system is tokenized central bank reserves, commercial bank money, and government bonds, all on a unified ledger. Now, when you hear unified ledger, what does it remind you of? Because I can tell you what it reminds me of, but, anyway. Operational efficiency: tokenization enables atomic settlement, instant, synchronous, exchange of assets, reducing counterparty risk, and manual intervention. Talks about policy and regulation, technology neutral regulation, AML, CFT, and KYC, international coordination. Talks about practical applications and projects. Project Agora, a multi-jurisdictional initiative to develop tokenized correspondent banking systems. Talks about Project Pine, demonstrates how central banks can implement monetary policy on a tokenized platform, automating collateral management and interest accrual. Talks about Project Mandela and Promisa, explore compliance, cross-border collaboration, and tokenize of government promissory notes. And it talks about the challenge and the risks, interoperability, data governance, and financial stability. So a lot of really cool things. Most important to know, it talks about tokenization is transformative. Central bank reserves remain the anchor. Stablecoins are limited. Central banks must lead. And regulation and collaboration are critical. A lot of really good information there. There is a subcommittee on digital assets happening now or happened today. Any updates here? New legislative framework is unveiled. Republicans Tim Scott and Cynthia Lummis are introducing a new framework aimed at clarifying regulations for digital assets. We are getting closer, my friends. The proposed legislation will distinguish between digital securities and commodities, facilitate the registration, of crypto exchanges with the CFTC, and aim to reduce the SEC's oversight of digital currencies. Bipartisan momentum, right? It's important that both parties work together. We don't need to get into that too much. Principles for regulation. The framework includes core principles such as clear distinctions between digital securities and commodities, a shared regulatory structure to avoid a single dominant watchdog, pro-innovation, money laundering protections, and encouragement of federal regulators to use tools like no action guidance, sandboxes, and safe harbors. It talks about industry testimony and next steps. The House of Representatives is also advancing its own Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, which has cleared key committees and is heading for a vote on the floor. It looks like both houses are rushing to do this, and they want their bill to be the bill so they can go out and say, we did this, we got this done, regardless of what house does it, whether it's the Senate or the House. I'm just glad they are working together and we're pushing this forward. I'll go ahead and play this. Ray Fuentes interviewed Kevin Chin, the CEO of Vivo Power, at the XRPL event in Singapore. Let me go ahead and play this for you.
What are you doing here at Ripple's Apex conference, sir?
So we just launched XRP-focused treasury company listed on NASDAQ, and we're here to meet a whole range of companies, meet Ripple themselves, to unpack further in terms of our strategy. And we really want to contribute to growing the pie for the ecosystem as well. So we're building a business around DeFi solutions off XRPL that will generate revenue, profits, and cash flow over time.
Will that be recognized as dividends through Vivo Power?
Yes, in time, if we get to a point where we can pay dividends, we'd love to do that. I'm a holder of XRP, so the flywheel we want to get to is that it results in an appreciation in the value of both XRP as well as Vivo Power. No one's done it with XRP. As I mentioned to you off camera, that was the first coin that I invested in 2016-17, and still feel very positive towards, especially exposed the SEC case.
Hey, what's going on, family and friends? In this special episode...
All right, don't need to play all that. I just wanted to show you that clip here. Let me know what you guys think. Are you bullish on this news about the ECB doing some testing again with a company related to the XRP Ledger, building the XRP Ledger? What did you think about this Bank of International Settlements new document and information? Are you bullish? I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I've been Crypto Sensei. Have a fantastic week ahead. Aloha. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Please seek financial advice if you need it. Let's get back to the video.